Yep, it's true. Creating content is an important part of any online business, especially if you're a life coach in the wellness space. So, whether you're creating organic content or trying to leverage a content marketing strategy, having quality, engaging pieces can be a major factor in building know, like, and trust with your potential clients. Creating a good core content can take a lot of time and energy, friends. I know it does. I speak from experience. Now you're thinking, what are the benefits to creating this type of content? What type you should actually create? How do you ensure that your work stands out from the rest? Let's explore why creating organic content is so important to the growth of your online coaching business. You and I today are going to look at strategies, tools, and best practices for successful promotion. We will cover all the aspects of compelling digital storytelling, helping business owners like you take your message further than ever before. So, what are the benefits of creating organic content? Because it is a lot of work. I will not deny that at all. I know creating organic content is essential, though, for your online business, as it helps to increase that visibility. It improves that brand awareness, it enhances your client engagement, and it does drive more traffic and sales to your business. And as much as I wish I could have a business without having to worry about sales, that is not going to keep my doors open, and it won't keep yours open either. Increased visibility is something we all need to focus on. I don't know about you, but I love to hide in the back office operations of my business where it is fun, safe, and comfortable. But a key problem is that not everyone will see your content on social media. When you create organic content that speaks to the actual problems your ideal client is looking to solve, this helps to increase the visibility of your wellness practice by appearing in the different search engine results. You see, when you create high quality content that's optimized with relevant keywords, you're able to reach a larger audience and gain exposure. And I know this, like I have proven this to be true as I've focused on my keywords and the keywords that I use in my blog content and my podcast content. It has helped with my reach and the amount of traffic that I'm getting to my website. Social media has its place, and you can further expand that reach of your content when you utilize those platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, or Threads to promote that core content that you're already creating, directing people back to your website, the place that you're on, and then ultimately to your email list so that you can nurture them even further. Another thing your content does, it improves your brand awareness. So how exactly does creating organic content improve your brand awareness? How has brand awareness helped Marie Forleo? Marie is so well known for her online business program, B School. I'd be surprised if you haven't heard of Marie if you're in the online space at all. Like Marie, you can create organic content that helps improve brand awareness by focusing on one thing your wellness coaching or business is known for, allowing an opportunity for you as a personal brand to showcase your expertise. A person who reads an informative blog post or watches your helpful video is more likely to subscribe to your newsletter, your podcast, or even that YouTube channel. They'll remember the name of your business when they're searching for something similar or products in the future. Furthermore, having quality organic content on your website increases trust, which makes potential clients feel confident about doing business with you. Friends, I tell you, I purchase a lot of stuff from podcasters that I listen to that they promote as their affiliate because I trust what they have to say after listening to their podcast. Your content also enhances your client engagement by regularly producing engaging organic content like your podcast, like your blog post, like your videos related to topics that are specifically in your niche or your area of expertise allows your clients to feel connected to you and your business while keeping them informed on the latest and greatest information. This connection encourages your clients to stay loyal and share this information with others who may also find it beneficial. Because again, I do this for myself. Today, I just shared a wellness podcast with 4 different people. People share information that's valuable. How does content creation improve your business? It increases that traffic and sales. Remember how I talked about my organic content or my website traffic has increased since I've been focusing on actual keyword for my blog post? When you're creating that organic content in a way, it's a great way to build your online presence and engagement with your future and potential clients. And the type of content you create will depend on the goals of your wellness business. What do you help people do? So let's explore all of the different options that you have available. So what are the type of content to create? Because I said I would talk about this. So your blog posts by far are still the most popular type of content for businesses to create. Why? Because that content lives on your website, it can be searched, and it can be found. You can also use that to share information, promote your products or services, and engage with your clients. Even if your primary creative content in your online business is a podcast, just like mine, or a YouTube video, your strategy should also contain blog post, something on your website, including relevant keywords and optimized titles in order to improve search engine ranking. Additionally, blog posts should be written in an engaging tone that resonates with your reader. Your videos and podcasts. So videos and podcasts are a great way for businesses to reach wider audiences and establish yourself as a thought leader in your niche. Again, I know I'm standing on a soapbox today of all the things that I do, but a key thing, like I listen to a lot of podcast episodes, a lot of different creators that do that specifically in the wellness space because I have a key interest in it. And in those different podcasts, I am searching for specific topics that I'm interested in. And I tend to go down a rabbit hole. If I listen to one podcast that talks about something, I'm like, this is super interesting to me, I will go and search that same specific subject so I can hear opinions from other people as well. When you're creating your videos or podcasts, it's so important to focus on the topics that will interest your listeners or viewers if you have a YouTube, while providing that valuable insight into your wellness offerings. Your social media posts. I know there's a big trend of getting off social media posts, but it does play a part in your business. It's still free. You may not get the reach that you want, but the more places you put your content, the more opportunity you give yourself to be found. And social media is a powerful tool to connect with your ideal clients online. Just pick your favorite social media platform. What is the one that you like the most? Where is the place that your ideal client is hanging out on? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? I like Threads, maybe you're an X or former Twitter, whatever it is. Where would you want to put it? And don't stress about this. Don't feel like you have to be everywhere all the time. Just pick the one that you enjoy to be on and follow through with that one. It's important that your social media posts are following those relevant trends while still feeling authentic to you. Because I can tell you right now, this girl is not dancing on any reels or TikToks. Well, yes, you do want to capture attention quickly so that the user doesn't just scroll past your post. But here's the thing. If it makes me feel completely out of integrity, your ideal client will be able to sense that. It's that unspoken language. Instead of using strong visuals in order to capture attention quickly for users to scroll through your feed, using carousel posts on Instagram is also a great way to reach people. For one of my clients, I use infographics all the time because their content is a great way to showcase different steps that they have specifically laid out for their products. Use those visuals to show data or make it easier for your ideal client to understand what steps the things that you talk about the most. Like if you have a 1, 2, 3 blog post, go ahead and create an infographic that has that same information in there. People are visual and they like to see things. It helps make your message more impactful than just words alone. And keep in mind, this must too be authentic to you and your personal brand. Now, ebooks are longer form pieces of content that allow you to dig deeper into a particular subject matter than you would normally that would fit into a blog post. Ebooks are a fantastic way to grow your email list by having people subscribe to your newsletter to receive it. And plus, if you listen to the previous episode when I talked about having your thank you page have a tripwire with a low ticket offer, that's also a great way to get people into your value ladder. So what are the strategies for creating quality content? What works for you, friend? Because that is a key thing you need to take into consideration with this. You need to research your ideal client and the topics that they are interested in if you're not sure. So knowing what your client is searching for, that is key to creating your content. Wow, words are hard for me today. Research who you're writing for, their interest in problems that they actively are looking to solve. I'm guessing you already know this because you're in that wellness space, that niche, and you know exactly what you're helping your clients with. A great way to do this is by creating a survey, or you can create a poll in your Instagram stories and just ask what questions they have or what they're struggling with. Maybe you want to have a coffee chat. This is something that I started to do right away in my business as I had coffee chats with people. And I'll tell you what, I've been in business for almost 10 years? No, 8 years. 8 years. I've been in business for 8 years and I still follow the people that I had coffee chats with at the beginning of my business. Researching those trending topics in your niche can help you provide ideas for new content pieces or ways to update the existing pieces that you have. Because don't forget, you can go back to the older pieces on your website and reuse that content and make it new again. So keywords. Your content should include relevant keywords to help those search engines understand what it is, what your content is about, and make it easier to find when people are searching online. So when you're choosing your keywords, consider what people would use when looking for information related to that topic for your blog post. I use Ubersuggest when I do my research for keywords. For my clients, for one of my clients, I use SEMrush. I like that as well too, but Ubersuggest is what I use for the most part. Optimizing for search engines. So search engine optimization is important to making your content reach its ideal audience. This includes using your meta tags such as the title and the description, and then you want to format your headlines correctly. You want to include internal links within your text, and you want to add that alt text to your images explaining what the images is and any text that you may have on that image so that can also be searchable. Now, it's important to incorporate images and multimedia items. Maybe you love GIFs. If that's your thing, you want to put those pieces of content to help break up those big blocks of text and make it more engaging and visually appealing. This is also a great place for your infographics to come in for your blog post. I do a lot of mine images are Pinterest pins because I use Pinterest in my business because it is also a search engine. You can add all those different elements as well, like your YouTube video or your podcast, to provide additional ways for your readers to consume your content. I always have my podcast episode in my blog post. That way I can link everybody back to my website, and then from there they can choose to click on the podcast link to go and listen to my latest podcast. You want to create that quality content. Creating quality content does require some research, optimizing, and using visuals to engage your ideal client. Creating content can be easier and more effective when you use the right tools. So what are the tools to help you create content easily? Creating content can be a daunting task, but luckily there are some tools that make it so much easier. I like Grammarly and Hemingway Editor. to help create those quality written content quickly and easily. Grammarly is actually an AI powered writing assistant that helps you check for those grammar, spelling, punctuation errors, and even more. Everything is on the AI train right now, so they are putting more and more features into all of these. Hemingway Editor, that's just a great way to improve your readability by helping you simplify those complex sentences and then highlight that passive voice. I'm a terrible passive voice person. Needs to be an active. But anyways, Hemingway has a free and a paid version. I personally use the free one. Design tools like Canva. I love Canva. It's a great option for easily creating visual workbooks and social media posts. And if you are not a creative at all, they have great templates that give you a starting point that you just need to customize for your brand. I do love Canva, and I encourage you to invest in the paid version because it's so worth it. For my video and podcasting, both of them editing software, I used a script. It's the only tool you need to write, record, transcribe, edit, collaborate, and share your videos and podcast. As easy as editing a Word doc. Super simple. And if you have podcast guests on yours or even for your YouTube, they do have the ability to just have another software in there to record. Super easy. Creating content, again, doesn't have to be a daunting task. With the right tools, you can create that engaging and high quality content easily and effectively. Now that we've covered the tools needed to help you create great content, let's look at the best practices for promoting it. Yes, friends, I'm sorry. I know this is getting to be a bit long. But your best practices for promoting is utilizing your social media platforms. Again, one of the great ways to get your content out there with whatever is the platform of choice for you. Don't think you need to have a lot of them. Pick one and use that one. You want to repurpose that existing content so that you have an effective strategy. I put mine on Instagram. For me, in order to make my content promotion not be daunting, for Pinterest, I have a schedule. It's clockwork. Good or bad, I have no idea. I get traffic, so it must be working for me. But every 8 days, I put a post out. I promote that for 4 weeks, if that makes any sense. So, I will, when this podcast comes live, so the day it's live, it will get put out. And then the following week, it will be 8 days later. And then that will be the second post. And then 8 days later will be the third one. And 8 days later will be the fourth one. So that's kind of just my process for it because it eliminates the decision of what I'm going to do and when I'm going to post thing if I just have a schedule. I work much easier when I have a schedule. Okay, circling back to repurposing your existing content is an effective strategy for getting more eyes on what you've already created. Surprisingly, reusing content is not something that a lot of coaches do. They were taught to always be on the content creation hamster wheel, and you don't need to do that. And I know this because it came up in a recent coaching call where I heard for the longest time, I thought I couldn't use the same content for Facebook, Instagram, and my blog. I had to create a new, unique content for everything. I never got any clients, but I have a lifetime worth of content. So friends, if this is you right now today, please repurpose your content. This can involve taking old blog posts or videos and transforming them into something new by adding that fresh video or that fresh visuals. But Google loves it when you update your content and make it relevant again. And one last thing before I move on to the repurposing, start a social media library bank or a social media content library. With all of your post information in a project management system like Asana, I personally have mine in Notion. I have all of those things. I can set it up to let me know that in 90 days I might need to reuse this or have it as an option to reuse it. When I first started my business, I actually just put it in my Google Calendar, and that worked pretty slick as well because it would just reoccur every 90 days. Actually, I think I had every 6 months. So I would take a post, I would copy that copy into my Google Calendar, I'd set it to reoccur, and then when I would look at my calendar in the morning, I would have 10 different options of what I could potentially use for a post if I was out of ideas. Finally, you want to monitor your performance metrics. And that's essential to make sure that you're measuring the success of your efforts around a piece of content. And this can include tracking your likes, shares, comments, seeing how much traffic you're getting to that post with your website analytics. You just want to make sure that you're just looking at your numbers. Not that I want you to spend a whole ton of time on it. You want to be able to put content where it needs to be, but focus on like the numbers that you have coming in. Okay, again, so long. I apologize for this, but quality content can help to build that trust with your audience, increase your website traffic, and boost conversions. It's really essential to create organic content that resonates with your ideal client in order to make the most for your efforts. So, with your right strategies and tools, you can easily create engaging content that drives results for your wellness business. By following best practices for promoting your content, you can ensure that it reaches intended audience and drives that maximum impact for your business. Creating quality content is essential for a successful wellness business. So don't forget about it. Creating content for your business helps drive that traffic to your website and creates that visibility. Okay, friends, I do want to let you know that if you do feel called, we all need coaches in our life. And I'll put a link down below so you can book a one-on-one coaching call with me. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you, and I hope you make it a wonderful week. Yay! Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you found this episode valuable and learned some actionable tips that you can implement in your business so that you can feel accomplished and less stressed. If you enjoyed this show, please take a quick minute to share this with your business bestie, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps me reach more business owners just like you. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes, please reach out to me on my website. I've created a form just for you. Remember, with the right system and mindset, you can achieve the success your heart desires. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to chatting with you next time. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And don't forget, let's grow, friends.